Hi guys, I'm Krista, and this is my big sister Stacey, and this is Sister's Social Call.
We are two sisters talking about everything that sisters talk about. Welcome to our lives. Well, hey, sissy.
Hey sis, how's it going tonight?
Going great. How are you?
So far, so good.
Well, we want to welcome all of our listeners back to Sister's Social Call and say a very special hello to all of our new listeners.
Hey everyone, welcome to Sister Social Call, and welcome back to all of our diehard followers and fans.
Yes. Well, in fact, we're going to be celebrating them tonight because this episode, we are sharing our fan favorite episodes. And we truly want to thank so many of you for taking the time to respond to us when we asked you what your favorite episodes were. To be totally transparent with you all, we are recording this episode at the beginning of December. As many of you probably have already heard in the last couple episodes, I am heading back to Regina for Christmas. And so we typically record on a Wednesday evening and release on a Monday. But this year, as you've all just experienced Christmas, you know that Christmas was on a Thursday, and we'll be driving on the Wednesday on Christmas Eve to Regina. And then I didn't want to be editing over the Christmas holidays to release on Monday. But we knew that we had to have an episode for you guys on Monday, especially for you commuters who we want to make sure that we keep in the routine for you guys and just stay for ourselves also to stay consistent. So sadly, we won't have any peaks, pits, and plans this week in this episode, but this gives us extra time to share more of our fan favorite episode with you from our listeners. And we promise that we will be back next week with all of our Christmas updates.
And we will have so many peaks, pits, and plans. You guys are going to wish we just got on and recorded over the holidays. Well, I guess that'll take us to one of our first listeners here, Steph. So Steph is a huge Ursula SQ supporter. In fact, Stacey and I have not met her in person, but she's a huge cheerleader to all of our family's social media presence. And actually, Steph and her husband own a business that is right across the street from our brother's business. So they actually know each other very well. And I've not met her, but I've sold her garlic and stuff like that. So she is, I drive by it every once in a while and think, I got to go in there one of these days and actually meet her because she follows along with Sister Social Call. She's a customer of Jay's. They do a lot of business there. And so though we've not met her in person, she knows Jay and crew very, very well. So she's a large fan of ours all around. She thinks they're Celestials. She always tells me that we're just great. She always says, like, you're great people. And we think the same about you, Steph. So anyways, so Steph writes, I appreciate the realness of topics you discuss. I burst out laughing at Krista saying how she fell and how her legs were all over so much so she hurt her groin. Like, oh my word. Not laughing that you fell, Krista, but appreciate that you can laugh at yourself because we all biff from time to time. I really like the podcast with Jay and Mazzy and cried during the podcast talking about your aunt. We also loved having Jay and Mazzy on. It was so awesome to have a couple of our lovey-dovey family members, Jay and his daughter Mazzy. We could not have had another guest on without having our brother first. He was great. We laughed so hard when he was talking about technology. Here we go.
I remember being a kid and having a VCR at home, and Rhonda was like, I don't know how to use this thing. What do you do? And it was like so simple, right? Just take the tape, put it in, push it down, hit play, Mom, and it works, right? But I feel like that's where I'm at now. It's like, I can't operate this iPhone anymore. How do I do this shit? And they know exactly how to do this, and it's like, you kids, I don't get it. Modern technology.
It is so true.
Right? And she just couldn't get it, but here I am now. Like, it's use an iPhone. There's one button on it. There isn't even a button on it. Just press the picture that you want, right? Like, and I can't figure it out anymore. Like, it's just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Mazzy J, Well, her back to school episode was so sweet. She talked about switching schools, and we are so pleased to report that she is absolutely thriving in her new arts focused program. She was recently in their school musical, The Addams Family, which I got to go see. We all went to see together to a matinee. It was so awesome. That episode was actually in our top 5 episodes. Had lots of downloads on that one, so people were into it.
Next up, my friend Bonnie. Bonnie was so kind to send us the Western Hydro Flask to keep us hydrated while we are reading our steamy cowboy romances. Here's what Bonnie had to say when we asked her about her favorite episode. The episode of Sister Social Call that impacted me the most was your episode about the loss of your great auntie and maid. It took a lot of strength to share that story, especially during the time it was happening in your lives. It was raw and vulnerable, and I felt like I was in the room with you. It left me reflecting and pondering on life and death in a meaningful way for some time afterwards. There are many reasons this episode resonated with me. Beyond the empathy to this loss in your family, I was also inspired by the impact your great auntie had in your lives and how highly you spoke of her. I felt compelled to reflect on ways that I can impact the lives of those around me in such a positive way. I also appreciated you bringing awareness to and expressing your opinions on MAID. I have not had a personal connection to someone who has made this choice, and the concept had me thinking deeply about my own values surrounding quality of life and choice. For me, this was probably the most important episode of the year that we did. Obviously, it's heart-wrenching to lose our great auntie and record on the day of her passing, but also the subject is so important to discuss. So thank you, Bonnie, for seeing the complexity of this subject area and letting us know what was your favorite episode.
Today has been tough for us, but I'm going to say actually this past week has been a bit rough. Our great Auntie Jean, who we've talked about on numerous episodes, we speak very highly of her. She's one of the greatest people we've ever had the chance to know. Has had a short battle with cancer, and today she chose MAID at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Stacey and I found that out last Friday. At about 9:30 in the morning, we got a message from our second cousin saying that was time. Why don't you let everybody know what MAID is?
So for those of you that don't know, MAID is medical assistance in dying. It's a deeply personal and often polarizing topic, but it's shaping some of the most significant conversations in healthcare and human rights in Canada. To quickly ground us all in the subject, I think, especially for family members and people that are listening in the States, I just wanted to give just a tiny little brief background about MAID in Canada. It allows eligible adults to request help to end their life under strict legal and medical guidelines. MAID came into existence after a 2015 Supreme Court of Canada decision that ruled that the existing law prohibiting death was unconstitutional. It violated the Charter. And so on June 17, 2016, the Canadian government passed Bill C-14 for adults with grievous and irremediable medical conditions whose natural death was reasonably foreseeable. I want to grab something and read it to our listeners. I kept this note very handy in the last little while because I found it and I was like, this is will be very appropriate, for when Auntie's time does come to go to the other side. So here's her note, January 30th, 2006. Dear Stacey, after you mentioning Tuesdays with Maury the other night, I came across this. As long as you can love each other and remember the feeling of love we had, we can die without ever really going away. All the love you have created is still there. All the memories are still there. You live on in the hearts of everyone you have ever touched and nurtured while you were here. Death ends a life, not a relationship. And then Auntie wrote, she put quotation marks, beautiful to me. Love Auntie Jean, XO or XXOO. Nothing is more perfect.
There's nothing more perfect. That is so good. I wanted to know, like, her take, like, what is the purpose of life? And so I have a voice memo of her saying this.
Here you go. Krista asked me the definition of love, and I didn't answer right away, but now I can answer, and I will say the definition of love for Jean LaRose is Robert. Ooh. And then she asked me the definition of the purpose of life, is what it was, the purpose of life. And to me, the purpose of life after living 82 years is love and be loved. That's all there is.
Oh, good ones.
Thank you, Bonnie. That was very touching of you, and we appreciate your words and all your support. And of course, our new Hydro Flask water bottles. Thank you. Well, next up, our listener, Kassidy. She is a friend and a client of mine. She is originally from the beach out here. Her family has known our family forever. Her father owns a service station, and he was a customer of our grandfather's at Bell Tire for years and years and years. So I actually knew Jason long before I knew his children, which is crazy because I used to work at the tire shop. So there's a little backstory to that. Anyways, she wrote in and said her favorite episode was when Christine Borshnek, my somatic practitioner, was on. Well, heck yeah. I talked about my women's group this entire year. Honestly, truly, I did. So it was on every episode because it started in the new year, pretty much just as this was going. How convenient.
How long have you been doing this for?
25 years with designations. And I started, like, the energy work I started when I was 16 years old. So when it was way before it was cool. Way before. I don't know how I stumbled upon these things. But I just did. I just knew that I was meant for, I knew my trauma and my own life circumstances and the things that I was gifted could not be for nothing, could not be for naught. And I really, truly believed that. And so a lot of it was just, like, innocent naivety, like just kind of like going, well, this is going to work and this is going to work. And people just trusted it, and people trusted me. And so they let me take them into places that, you know, I really forged places in my life and in my work that no one showed me how to do it, but clients showed me how to do it. Like, we just together, together, shoulder to shoulder, we moved and we tried and we experimented. And so it's been a long time, 25 years in the RMT world. It's where I started, but a long time, a few more years more in the energetic world. So it's been a long time. It's my life's work.
Well, you're so gifted. I feel so grateful to have been who I reached out to find somebody, and another friend of all of ours, actually, another Christine, is the one who recommended you to me, and I feel so honored that and I knew that the minute that I met you that we were meant to connect. Like, I knew that. I was like, oh, we are cut from a very similar cloth. And so I just knew right away that I knew I was meant to see you. It was, yeah. You changed my life.
I think, wow, and I'll take that in, because I think you really hit something that's really important, which was cut from the same cloth. And I really believe that when you are around other people who are willing to be vulnerable, who are willing to not judge, who are willing to hold us in our truth, I really believe that that's the carrier wave for healing and potentiality within our lives. And so it was really easy to see you, Krista. It was really easy to hold you, and it was really easy to see the beauty within, and it was so easy to pluck that.
Kassidy is such a huge supporter, and I do keep in contact with her on a very regular basis because she is a client, but we also always keep in touch with each other through social media or Snapchat or whatever, because she's hilarious and I absolutely love her and her sister. I love the whole family. Her sisters are all great. And so the last time she was in getting her hair done, she was just like, as she's walking out the door, oh my God, I just love your podcast so much. Thank you. I love it. I love it. I'm obsessed. She was just going on. So thank you, Cass, for being over the top and extra. We love you so much for it and for supporting us. And she does talk of herself getting a podcast going one day. So I can't wait if she does that or when she does that, I should say, because she's been talking about it. But of course, she has 2 little ones at home that are little. So she's a busy mama. Cass also left us the kindest voice memo, and we will share that at the end of the episode. But anyways, well, who's up next?
Yeah, our next listener, Jenn. We've talked about Jenn a few times on the podcast because she keeps in contact with us, sending us instant messages pretty often. So thank you, Jenn. She said, I enjoyed the birthday episodes when you asked multiple questions to each other. Learned a lot about both of you. I also really liked listening when you had your brother on. Would love to hear more from more special people in your lives. Well, Jenn, we also had a lot of fun doing those episodes. And as Jenn said, you can learn a lot about both of us. Go give those a listen while you're recovering from your Christmas crazy.
Well, today we are going to be celebrating something amazing. Stacey's birthday is on April 11th, so this is going to be her birthday episode. So, in honor of Stacey's 44th birthday, I have some gifts for her that I'll give to her while we're recording, and then I'm going to ask her 44 questions. Number 1, what is your middle name?
Joy.
Where were you born?
Regina.
Favorite color?
Yellow.
Favorite flower?
There's a tie between a sunflower, astromerias, and like zinnia type flowers.
Okay. Least favorite food?
I don't love pasta.
I feel ya. Favorite condiment?
Mustard.
What skill would you like to learn?
Scuba diving.
Ooh, didn't see that coming. Best piece of advice you ever received?
Some people have more capacity than others.
Truly. What's a guilty pleasure you love but rarely admit?
I'm so embarrassed to say this out loud. But I really like Paris Hilton.
Did not see that coming, but I do know that you do have a little bit of a thing for pop culture and celebrities. I'm surprised by Paris, but not surprised. Okay, any phobias?
Yes, I have a phobia of like repetitive circles, and I think it's like tryptophobia or something like that. I hate looking at pictures where there's like a pod with a bunch of circles in it or barnacles. Like, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies, and it is right now just talking about it, so let's move on.
Okay, and what's one birthday wish you have?
For myself, it's good health. Figure out my health things this year. And for like my friends and family, I wish for them also to have good health and strong relationships and connection with the people that they love.
So nice, sis. So nice. I love that little birthday questionnaire for you.
I'll do 43 questions for you in August.
You're going to do 43 for me? Okay. I started a trend.
All right, sissy. First question. What's the first thing you did this morning?
I snuggled Tex. As soon as he feels me moving, he comes and like hops on me and starts purring. So he gets the first actions of the day. Snuggies.
Second question. Tell me your coffee order.
Well, basic decaf coffee with cream. Or if I'm going to Starbucks, I'm going to order a venti decaf brown sugar oat shaken espresso. That's a treat.
What's your favorite smell in the world?
Fresh coffee beans. Like when you open up a bag of coffee beans, that smell is my favorite.
Okay. What's your favorite flower smell? I thought it was going to be a flower. So I'm surprised.
No, coffee beans. My favorite flower smells. I love the smell of a peony or the smell of a rose. But no, coffee beans are definitely my favorite smell. Or like a fresh brewed cup of coffee too.
Okay, the first job you ever had?
Delivering flyers.
What was your first paid job in high school?
Probably either camp or I'm just trying to think when I worked at the bagel company.
Alrighty. If you could be an animal for a day, which animal would you be?
I would be a whale.
A whale?
A whale. So I could see the depths of the ocean.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a mystery to me and I'm a little terrified of it. So if I could just be a whale for one day, I would love to go check it all out and see all the beautiful magic under there.
Okay. I do have a healthy fear of the ocean.
Me too.
Question 43.
Okay.
Question 43 is future looking. And how do you hope to describe 43 in one word?
Magical.
Oh, good word. Good word. I love that. Those are my 43 questions for you, sis.
Well, last but certainly not least, and what would an episode be without a reference to our brother Neil? BN. I've adopted BN as his nickname. Even when I text him once in a while, I'm like, BN. Brother Neil told us his favorite episode was the one with Mark Johnston on it. Now, this is a little sus, Brother Neil, because he shared a story about you in it. So, of course, it's probably going to be one of your faves. But BN was kind enough to tell us why he liked this episode. He said, I really enjoyed hearing some background stuff on Mark. I didn't really know much about him past what he does for work and the hockey thing. My gosh, yes, we adored having Mark on. It was such a joyful episode. Here is a story about getting into it with BN.
Stacey, who was the person that said I was a goon in hockey?
Barbs. Neil Barber.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Well, you gotta be a goon against him because he's so good.
He is one of my husband's best biking buddies, and he comes out here to Invermere a lot.
Yeah, he loves his biking.
Yeah, we were driving up to Kelowna a couple weekends ago, and I was telling him that you were going to come on the podcast, and he relayed a lovely story about how you guys formationed it.
Yeah, we did.
A little bit of a hockey goon.
It was Krista, I will answer your question, but I'll say that we had our year-end hockey tournament, and it's this old guy hockey league. So it's everywhere from like people in their late 20s, early 30s, all the way up to like mid 60s. And it is awesome. It's just, you get out there, you have some fun. But we had a year-end hockey tournament, and I said to Neil, jokingly, of course, hey, let's drop the gloves off the opening draw here and just have some fun, right? And I ended up I actually punched his helmet and cut my knuckle. Yeah, I wanted it to look fairly realistic, so I was actually kind of hitting his helmet, and then I ended up cutting my knuckle in old man hockey. Yeah, so
I love that story.
Yeah. You gotta still have some fun like that in old time hockey even.
We loved having Mark on too. He, as we said, he is such a great human being. He's just a joyful presence. Again, his wife Casey's just as lovely, and he's got now 2 young little boys. So thank you for being on, Mark. And BN, thank you for your honest feedback. We appreciate it. Oh, BN is so well known. People that come to the salon like ask questions about BN. So it's kind of funny. I think my client Bonnie was saying something about it, about how Brother Neil was, or something about Brother Neil not that long ago, and was just cracking up. I had to text both him and Stacey when I got home. I was like, well, he's so popular in the podcast, people are asking about him. So there's that.
Yeah, well, friends, that was our last listener fave. We want to thank Steph, Bonnie, Kassidy, Jenn, and Brother Neil for sharing your fave episodes with us. If you want to share your fave episode with us, reach out to us and tell us. We love hearing from you, and the easiest way to find us is on Instagram. Earlier, we said Cass left us a special voice memo, and we are going to play that for you now because it was so kind, and we want to go out on a high note.
Hey, Sister Social Call, it's Cass. I just wanted to pop in and say how much I love the podcast. I love the balance that Krista and Stacey bring to each other's lives. I love the positive outlook that Krista always shares, and the breath of fresh air that she brings to every episode. It's so fun listening. I feel like I'm right in the room with you guys. My favorite episodes are by far the more personal ones, just because I love that I love to listen to the deep side of people and really see humanity come out. But the fun and light episodes and the book reviews are also a favorite of mine, just because it's a nice break from the reality we all live in. I love that the episodes are dropped on Monday. It's a great way to start your week. Thanks. Bye-bye. Can't wait to listen to next week's episode.
Well, guys, I think that is going to wrap it up for this episode. Again, if you guys are enjoying the podcast, please share it with all the people in your life. Every share, every listen, every like, every subscriber helps push our podcast out to more listeners, more viewers, more people in general. So if you like it, please share it, share the love. You can let us know how much you like it. If there's anything you guys want to hear us talk about, by all means, let us know that too. We love having those episodes as well. You can find Stacey on Facebook and LinkedIn. You can find myself, Krista, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. That is going to wrap it up for us.
Love you, sissy.
Love you too.